the challenge you guys have to try to get the postseason. You need to win 2, you need Sonoma to lose. For you guys going into this final 2 games, what's the feeling like in the locker room and the feelings of the team?
Personally, I'm anxious. It's like Coach was saying, it's definitely a possibility. I mean, I don't stop looking at the standings. So today I pulled up the CC2A standings and I looked at the games. I looked at Sonoma State's schedule. They lost to UC San Diego by 20 at home, and they lost to San Bernardino by 7 at home. So both losses. San Diego's a tough place to play at. We learned that personally, and if San Bernardino shoots like they did against us, then it's definitely going to be a tough place for them to play at too. So it's definitely a possibility, and the way we've been playing at home, the divine intervention we had against Monterey, pull it out, down 5 with 24 seconds left, and down 11 against East Bay with 5 minutes left. We just find a way to get it done. So if we can do that, and San Diego and San Bernardino take care of their end, we'll be all right.
You mentioned home court advantage, and obviously we talked about the advantage of playing up here, making teams travel stuff, but knowing you guys need to win too, how big is home court advantage in these 2 games?
It's really big. Just thinking, even if we weren't to make the postseason, just the fact that, as a senior or just to end your season, you'd always like to go out and win 2 games, and just for it to be at home would just be, you feel like you ended it out the right way on a positive note. For guys that are getting ready to come back and play another year here, they'll end on wins and hopefully start the next season on wins. So being at home is that's the only way we could have asked for it, to have the last 2 games at home and to actually mean something for us. So it's really important.
So being a senior, I guess, knowing that there's still a possibility of the postseason, have you had enough time to reflect on being a senior and playing your last 2 games, or has the focus really been on trying to get wins?
On those long van rides, you can't help but think about being a senior. It's devastating. It does all go by way fast. So as soon as someone says, you're in college and high school and all those years go by quick, and you just look at them like they're crazy, like I got 4 years of this, but no, it really does. And I've been thinking about it a lot, but just the fact that we might have a chance to continue on. I might put on a Humboldt State jersey, after this weekend here. So that really excites me, and that just motivates me more towards trying to get it done on Wednesday and Friday.
Thanks.
Obviously, your path to your final year hasn't been the usual one with injuries and stuff like that. I mean, how has looking back on it, the journey been for you coming in here, getting injured your first couple of years, and then now finally getting to play your final year?
It's just been long. Taught me how to handle adversity, I guess. Coming in here, we had a really talented team and started out redshirting. Some guys didn't pan out, which, happens at the collegiate level, and they ended up leaving, and then spot opened up, and I felt like, this could be my chance to bring something to the team, and that year turned out to be, really good for me. Although I didn't play that much, I was a part of something great. We set CC2A records. We were able to go to the conference tournament. We lost to a buzzer beater, and then able to go on to the NCAA tournament, which was really, a great experience. A lot of people can't say that they played, in the NCAA tournament. And then last year, it hurt to be hurt, Those were my guys, those, 5 seniors that started. I came in with Darren and Scott Clark, or Randy and Scott Clark and Brandon Sperlin. So it was really important for me to want to be a part of that. But it taught me, that they worked hard, so it made me want to work hard for this year. And now, this year hasn't gone the way it's planned, but we still have a chance. And I just really kind of live by that chance that we have. So it just taught me how to handle different situations, I guess.
Obviously, home court, you touched on a little while ago, is, a big factor, these last 2 games with you guys being at home and Snow being on the road. I mean, how much does that kind of feed into, hey, we can still get the job done, knowing that, we need to make up 2 games in the standings, but, Sonoma's on the road, we're, playing at a spot where we're so successful?
It just helps motivate us. I came into practice yesterday, and you're coming off the road. You're thinking normally, like Coach was saying, Monday you have the day off and you go to war. Tuesday through the rest of the week. But I came into practice. I was motivated. I was ready to go, and I'm really excited for the 2 games. That's all I can say. I think that it's really important to win the games, regardless, to go out on the wins, but the home court advantage is definitely going to play a factor. It's tough to go on the road. It's going to be tough for teams to travel up here just because of where we're at and our location, and so they have to go play a tough team in Cal Poly Pomona, and then they have to come up here and play a tough team that plays well at home. So it's I think pressure's on them, and I think it's still a little bit of pressure because they have something to lose, as far as seedings and stuff, because it's so close within the third, fourth, and fifth teams that, it could help them get home court or they could lose home court.